Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovia codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you pick is Black Flower Fragrance, and it's represented by the full moon. The card is illustrated with a beautiful woman. Her face, with a hint of resolve, holds a strange black rose on her chest. It seems to explode like a crystal, each petal an obsidian shard. The sentence that resonates with this is, if we want to go dark, go black. Don't stop the evening, but embrace the night. The card says love is not a white dove, nor it turns people into angels. Love can be ugly. Love can be cheap. Love can be rotten. But even ugly love has a right to exist. Even cheap love can raise to the sky. Even rotten love has the dignity of eternity. Even a black rose by any other name should still smell as sweet. Even if you're wrong, you still have the right to be angry. Even if you're not perfect, you have the right to be respected. Even if you're stupid, you have the right to be listened to. Even if you're lucky, you have the right to complain. Even if you're rich, you have the right to be sad. If you cannot shine because you're beautiful, then shine even if you're ugly. Shine because you're ugly. Gorgeously black. Ugly as love. Worn out as an angel. Cheap as a crown, unconquered as a fragrance in the night. I believe oftentimes we put the idea of love on a pedestal. We think of love as an emotion that is so pure. It cannot do us wrong. Sometimes we are even in love with the idea of love itself instead of with a person. But the thing is, love is not perfect all the time. And when it doesn't fit into our narrative, we blame people instead. We think our relationships are flawed and this can't be love. We don't see love as yin and yang, black and white. We only want to see it in one way, usually white. But in order to have healthy relationships, we have to allow times when we are not happy with it and enjoy the times that we are. Ask yourself in your shadow prompt, when have I expected too much out of love? Begin to go into an inner query and ask yourself if you have projected your ideal version of love on another person and took it out on them when they could not fulfill it. If you want to go deeper, ask yourself where you got your ideas, stories, or narrative of love from. A movie? A book? Is your idea and narrative on love based upon fiction? How can you find that peace within to nurture love for all its pureness and all its darkness as well? Use the Grabovia code for love, which is 888-412-1289-018 during your shadow work sessions, or you can use my sleep programming video, which I will link at the top. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. pick up your shadow journals, and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
You chose the Obsession card. This card relates to the waxing crescent moon phase and is illustrated with an elven face, the hair entwined with bark and thorns, staring at a blank, clear, empty round mirror. The sentence that relates to the card is that all things lead to one, and then they disappear into one until only one remains. This card means that we chase comets and mirrors and shadows. Sometimes we actually chase cars or myths. Obsession is a trick of our perceptions. Many becomes one, and that one bloats as to take everything else. It feels like it, whatever it is, an idea, a person, an objective, flavors our life and gives meaning to it. As all the light through a lens, it converges on a single point, and that point goes ablaze under the greatest fire. But in truth, more than enacting our life, it numbs our attention to the rest. It makes us feel more awake by hiding the rest of the world under a cloud of slumber. Obsession is a drug. In small doses it whips, in big doses it kills. If we drown inside an obsession, we should close our eyes. We don't die in the darkness. We just fall asleep, and then we can wake up naturally.
What this card is trying to say is that obsession can consume us. Obsession paralyzes us and leads us to compulsive behavior. From something as simple as checking our emails or phones to more dangerous things like addictions. Obsession usually starts because of shame, when we are preoccupied with how others perceive us, and eventually leads to anxiety. Your shadow prompt today is there something you feel attracted and obsessed by? It could be a person, a goal, or item you want. See how many you can discover about yourself, and ask if you have become possessive over it once you get it. The art of this shadow prompt is understanding what your obsessions are and letting it go. It does not mean to forget about it, but lift up the heaviness of obsession and let the universe guide you instead. Use the Grabovia code 10011051010 to put the energies of peace within your body. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you picked is called Fated to Suffer and is represented by the waxing gibbous moon. It is illustrated in the confines of a foggy forest, where a misshapen woman hands a green and red apple to a younger woman with red lips, dressed as a servant. The sentence that resonates with it is, if you know the future, you forsake your choices. Only with no fate, life is free to unfold into unknown shores. Once upon a time, we believed in fairy tales. They were the voice of common sense, the educational tool which prepared us for duty, danger, and morals. Some things we would never accept if we were told by a single voice, so the world arranges us to hear them with 1,000 voices, 1,000,000 voices.
It's about what you can do and what you cannot do. What are you worth? What can you aspire to? It's about what you like, what you want, what you hold dear. It creates a script which comes as strong as all the voices that believe that script combined, so much that you cannot see another path. Are you truly seeing Snow White in a card? Is this story truly the only one this image can tell? What if the apple is not poisoned? What if the witch is not evil? Is that the same as how you look in your life? Is it truly what you think it is? Are there not any other options? Is the option of others honestly better than ours, even if there are many and we are only one? Are you fated to suffer? It is not that there is no suffering in the world. The point is that there is no fate.
Throughout our lives, we create stories in our heads. These stories are the things that hold us back and do not represent the true and authentic self that is us. Shadow work is about removing that. What are your ideas about love? Do you want to meet your lover walking down the beach when you're alone? Or for him or her to save your life? Where did these stories come from? Did you see it somewhere? Hear about it? You can check out my video on shadow work and love to find out more about this. I'll post the link above and in the description box below. But what about success? You believe you have to study hard in school, work hard in a 9 to 5 and climb the corporate ladder. Where did that story come from? Parents? Teachers? Friends? When you begin to ask yourself where stories come from, you realize that they are not yours. You just personalize it. Ask yourself in your shadow prom, what stories in my life create low vibrations for me? Time to get external stories out of your head and then start to ask yourself about what you really want in terms of purpose, freedom, and value, and what process makes you happy and passionate to go after it. Use Grabovio code 148-542-32190 to tap into the energies of universal harmonization when you're in your session. If you want to know how to use Grabovio codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prom and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.